Hi everyone, I am G. Stella, studying first BBA in KCS Kasinadar College of Arts and Science. Today's topic, the H.R. Rolling Theory, Part 2. Assumption of H.R. Rolling Theory. H.R. Rolling Theory explains the modern approach to international trade on the basis of following assumptions. There are two countries involved. Each country has two factors, labor and capital. Each country produces two commodities or goods, labor intensive and capital intensive. There is perfect competition in both country and factor markets. All production functions are homogeneous of the first degree. Production functions is subject to constant reduced to scale. Factor are freely mobile within a country but immobile between countries. Two countries differ in factor supply. Each commodity differs in factor intensity. The production function remains the same in different countries for the same commodity. For example, if commodity A requires more capital in one country, then same is the cash in other country. There is full employment of resources in both countries and demand are identical in both countries. Trade is free. There are no trade restrictions in the form of tariffs or non-tariff barriers. There are no transportation. H.R. Rolling Theory author pictures Hilly Heckscher and Bertil Holt. The theory explained in a two-country, two-factor and two-commodity framework. What determines the comparative advantage? How trade influences the income of the factor of production. The theory believes that different countries are endowed with varying preparation of different factors of production. Some countries have large population and large labor resources. The other have abundance of capital but short of labor resources. Capital abundant country presents a higher capital ratio than what a labor abundant country presents. Thus a country will large labor force will be able to production those goods to lower cost that involve labor intensive mode of production. Similarly, the countries with large supply of capital will specialize in those goods that involve capital intensive mode of production. The farmer will export its labor intensive goods to the latter and import capital intensive goods that farm. After the trade, both the countries will both types of goods at the lowest cost. All this means that the theory holds good if the capital appointed country has a distinct preparations for the labor intensive goods and the labor appointed country has a distinct preparation for capital intensive goods. If it's not, the theory may not hold good. Again, the theory does not hold good if the labor appointed country is technologically advanced in capital intensive goods or if capital appointed economic is technologically advanced in the production of labor intensive goods. Limitations of H.R. Rolling Theory. Unrealistic assumptions, restrictive one-side theory, static in nature, withholds criticism, consumer demand ignored, Habermas criticism, Atlantic paradox, other factor neglected. Thank you.